Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your gal, Amelia, also known as Amelia_fit, and I do fitness, fashion, beauty, lifestyle content. Woo! So, she's about to go into therapy. I've got 4 minutes to spare. So I'm starting my I'm starting my video here. So this is me before therapy. I feel like I'm gonna do a video, basically, I haven't even planned this, but I just wanna show you guys the reality of therapy and the behind the scenes of it and talk a bit about it. So yeah, this is me before therapy and we'll see what I'm like after. Just quickly, I do my therapy on my bed. I remove these pillows and I probably have like one pillow there, so I'll put one pillow there. I've got my teddy, I have this pillow right there, I've got my water on the side and my gym wear, but we ignore that. And then I prop my phone on here, so my therapist can just see me basically, and I'm lying down and it's a whole hour. And sometimes we go over, but to be honest, I never know what we're gonna talk about in the session. Like I don't know. And that's what's always a little bit like, it makes me a little bit anxious because I don't know what's gonna come up. It could be a great session where I'm feeling really good, or it could be like very, very emotional session, which is also still a good session, but you know, it's a little bit more draining. But yeah, I just want to also note before I run into my therapy, I am very, very privileged to be able to go to therapy because I know it's not accessible for everyone, and that I just really wish it was, because it's crazy how much of an impact it's had on my life. Generally, like, it sounds so cliche, but it really has and is changing my life. So I just want to put that out there. Like, I'm very aware of how privileged I am, and I do honestly think that even though it is expensive, I think it's the best investment that you can make. It is the most sensible thing to spend your money on. Like, it is you that you're spending your money on here. It's a self-investment. Like, it's not a waste of money. You know, you can sacrifice some clothes or like nights out or whatever you need to do to budget yourself to be able to afford therapy. Like, generally, it makes so much sense to put money aside and spend it on therapy. Because it's a long-term life investment. Anyway, I am needing to start it, and because Liv is out, I have to have Noah on me. Look how big he's getting. He's getting so, he's getting so long. So I'm gonna zip up because I've literally just got a sports bra on right now. Let's go. This is me after therapy. I have had a really good session, guys. It was a good session. I'm fucking hot. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. That's one thing, you get really thirsty after therapy. This is not always how I come out of therapy. Sometimes I am crying and I'm emotional and I am overwhelmed and I am exhausted. And other times, like now, I am charged, I am excited, I am ready, I am, you know? Feel like I've just taken a pre-workout. It's weird how therapy does that, and it's just so dependent on, I guess, what you've spoken about, what comes up. Like, with my therapy, it's very much based on inner child work, energy, like a mix of meditation in there as well, because like you're really sort of zoned out, and then when you wake up or when you open your eyes, you're like, whoa, I'm in this room. Like, you forget that you're here. So you really zone out and you really just get deep into your thoughts and what you're feeling and the tension in your body and everything like that. So that's what my therapy is, and yeah, I guess it basically just depends on what's ready to come up. So like I said before, I don't know what's going to come up, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, and this therapy session was all, obviously it's personal, I'm not going to go, you know, in detail, but this therapy session was about dating and guys, and it just naturally came up. So we talk about my week, we talk about the highs, the lows, how I've been feeling, and then my therapist, Cara, love her so much, she will sort of notice certain things that are coming up when I'm speaking about my week or whatever, and then she'll be like, okay, hold that thought, I can feel something coming up here, let's dig into it. And me, I'm like, oh, can she feel something come? Like, really? I don't know what this is going to be about. Like, what is there to talk about here? We go more into depth of it. So say, like I said, this about dating and everything. And I don't know, well, obviously, guys, I'm single, so I go on quite a few dates, getting out there, you know. And then we talk about it, and we go deeper and deeper, and then something comes up, and then she's like, hold on, but why? And I never ask those questions to myself. I never think, well, why do I feel that way? Or why am I saying that to myself? And then I'll give her an answer, and then she'll be like, but why? Like, why are you saying that? Why do you think that? Why do you feel that? And then I'll try and I'll dig deeper and deeper into that answer, and then there will still be a question to that answer that I've just given, and it will just go deeper and deeper and deeper. And then you get to like the core crux, is that what you call it? The core crux. Anyway, the center of this issue or thing that is holding you, and you find a revelation to it, and you're like, oh my god. And then you find a solution, and then you put that solution into action. So yeah, I don't really know what to say about it, like how much to say, but basically I've realized that I am an alpha female, and I have never really channeled that because of lots and lots of different reasons. But I didn't realize that I wasn't channeling that. Like there were things that were oh gosh, sorry, my boob is, ow. There were things that were keeping my walls up, things that were, I was self-sabotaging a lot, and not channeling my alpha female was a big reason to that, because I was never really being true to myself and whatever. So I need to basically just work on embracing being an alpha female, and just, there's a lot to it. But I'm just gonna keep that on the surface level. And I just feel charged, I feel ready, I feel like I've discovered another level or another layer to myself, which, I mean, I'm 25, how have I not really discovered this properly? And I'm ready to use it to my advantage, basically. And again, like, this is what therapy is all about. It's about learning things about your past, your current self, what things have stuck with you, what your coping mechanisms are, so many things, right? And once you learn about all those things, you take them on and you use it to your advantage, because at the end of the day, your whole past has molded you today. So some things we can't change about ourselves, and that's absolutely fine, but at least we acknowledge it and we use it to our advantage, and that is the secret to therapy, and that's the glory of it, and that's how it works. So there's a lot of stuff which let me get in there. Mr. No-Nos. Mr. No-Nos. Making my bed all hairy, are we? Come here. Yes. Like the camera. So, yeah. But basically I found my therapist through Anna, my ex-housemate, and my bestie. And I was very lucky to find Cara, because she really is an incredible woman who I clicked with from the start, and that's not, you know, that doesn't always happen. I think that's just very lucky. And if you have gone to therapy and you haven't clicked with your therapist, or multiple therapists, don't give up, because you will find your therapist. I promise you this. Don't give up, okay? And my therapist, I mean, this is my therapist as well. He hears a lot of my problems. Yeah, Mr. No-Nos. I go through MTM therapies. I don't really know if it's just Cara or if there's multiple people, but definitely, you know, have a good look around. Don't give up. Don't see it as like a quick research thing. Like, you really have to put time and effort into it, and it may seem like, oh, there's no point, there's money, like, that is another thing. So for me, I was putting off therapy for so long. I was coming up with all the excuses, like, oh, it's too much money, I'm not ready. Well, I wasn't ready for it then, but like, I was thinking it's too much money, it's just faff. I was thinking of all these excuses, right? I was self-sabotaging myself to the max. I basically didn't want to confront my feelings which without me even knowing, I didn't realise that I was telling myself all these things, all these excuses that were self-sabotaging me. And there was a whole load of shit around just that thing, which I've obviously learned in therapy. So small things like that in your day-to-day life, in your day-to-day habits, you don't realise, but it is a lot. There's a lot of reasoning behind it, and a lot of shit behind it. Anyway, that's why I love it. So yeah, I hope this quick little insight to therapy has, you know, enlightened you in some way, and it really has changed my life. And also, like, I hadn't had therapy during my eating disorder. Like, this is the first time I'm having therapy, and it's mad because I don't know what the outcome would be if I had therapy during my eating disorder. I mean, I definitely wasn't ready for it at all because I was in denial. But I do wonder what shit I wouldn't have gone through if I had therapy throughout my eating disorder. I'm a bit tired now, to be honest, but I'm just gonna, you know, have a very chill evening. I may go out for a walk, I don't know. I'm just not gonna force anything. I'm gonna do what I love, really process it. Like the next 24 hours or 48 hours is just, it's processing time. So things may come up again. I may be a bit more sensitive, whatever, but that's the whole process and journey of therapy. Anyway, love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. And if you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll see you next week, babies. Love ya.